Hi, I got to introduce this young lady right here, Janine, right?
Janine, yes.
Yeah, and you are the manager right now on duty here for the. What a great cause! You guys really stepped up, and helping MDA.
Oh yeah, this has been really great.
Yeah. Now, what do you do for them? You give them a place, and all.
Yeah, give them the room to use and provide some food for them, little breakfast and coffee in the morning, and lunch, and that's pretty much our involvement.
Yeah, but it's an all-day event, which is a huge involvement because that's a lot of time. A lot of I see waitresses going. I see the manager herself in there serving food. I mean, you guys stay and you cater that room more than what you do to your customers, really, right now, because those people are in there working for a good cause.
Yeah, they are, and it's great. Everybody's in there working really hard. We're just making sure everybody's fed and happy while they're in there working.
Hi, down here with Melanie Parks from MDA, and what a great cause this is. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm excited just to be a part of this.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Now, tell me how this works. What are we doing?
Okay, this is the Wilmington Lockup. It's a fundraising event for us in the Wilmington area where we lock up our business leaders and community representatives, and they raise their bail to get out of jail. And the Big Fish Grill here is our sponsor and has donated the jail cell and the food for the day.
And that's the nice thing about it. A lot of people working together to make this happen, because you know as well as I do, the money being raised going to a fantastic cause, trying to find a cure for this.
Exactly. And this, the money that we raise today stays in our local area to support our families that are living with one of 43 different diseases that are all muscle wasting diseases. And so the money that is raised does serve our local families.
Well, I'm thinking of the research and stuff, and I had a chance to talk to a couple of your ambassadors and things, and I never thought about the struggles the families have to endure, the cost factor there, just the wheelchairs and stuff. What a great way to just help these families out.
Right. We have an equipment loan program that helps to support them when they're in need of equipment. We also one of our best weeks of the year is our MDA summer camp, where we send our kids to camp, and that is all free to the family because they have so many expenses of their own.
Somebody just hit a big one over here. I think yeah. They're not ringing bells or clapping hands.
Right. But that is, one of the weeks of the year when we send our kids to summer camp for a week of a regular camp experience.
And the money that you guys are raising here is what makes that happen.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, what a great thing now. Now, I know this goes on and you guys do this and everything else, but if somebody just wants to get involved, and because what's some great people, the ambassadors talking to them, there's some fantastic people that are sitting in these wheelchairs. Volunteers, do you guys look for that?
Absolutely. We're always looking for volunteers and people that want to get involved in the various programs that we have throughout the year.
Yeah, now, how would somebody say, I want to donate, I don't know anybody here and I'm seeing this on TV. How not only volunteer-wise, but how do I get involved and donate or volunteer, whatever?
They can call the Delaware Valley office of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Our office is in Broomall. We have a Facebook page too, and we'd be happy to talk to anyone who would be interested in getting involved.
I am definitely going to turn around and get you, because I guess I go like you on the Facebook. And I'll find it,
right.
And I can find out all the information, what's happening. Because how many of these events do you guys do a year?
For lockups, we do about 5 spread throughout our region, which is Philadelphia and the counties surrounding that, and Newcastle County in Delaware. So once a year we come to Wilmington and do our Wilmington event, and it's supported greatly by the community.
Yeah, well, you got quite a few people locked up to here today. I've met insurance guys, I met limo, of course the limo guy there. WDSD's very much involved. You got Sky, the morning show, both of them here, Sky Phillips, and so you've got quite a few people involved.
Uh-huh.
Now, how does somebody get in, I know you guys got to go out and recruit those, but if people want to get involved with it, they can and do that as well.
They absolutely can. They can contact us, and they can nominate other people to go to jail, so to speak. And that's where we get a lot of our contacts from, is nominations from people in the community who have either gone to jail for us or think that there's somebody out there with a big heart and who would be interested in helping their community in this way.
Well, I got to say, going to jail is, if I was going to go to jail, this is one of the best jails you could possibly go to, because these people, they are having a lot of fun in here too.
Yes, and it's interesting. Wilmington is a big city, but a lot of these people know each other, know the faces, and make contacts, great contacts this way.
Yeah, so it's a kind of a mix and market at the same time, right?
Right, right.
You've got to love what's happening today, because I hear bells going on, so a lot of money being raised. We want to thank you guys for the work that you do and helping, because it's all about finding a cure. It truly is. And we're getting closer. I was talking to David, one of the ambassadors, and they're getting in more study with the genetics and stuff, so they're finding out some things that they didn't know just 2 years ago.
Yes, that's true. We have some really promising research going on with some of our neuromuscular diseases and with ALS, which is one of the diseases that falls under the umbrella of MDA.
Yeah, that kind of falls in leukemia, I guess. Is that ALS?
No, ALS is Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, what a great organization. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
It's got to be heartwarming, when you can see these people and you know that you're helping these families. Just because I've been in that situation, where you're struggling, medical, and it can eat you alive.
It absolutely can.
Nice to have you guys around. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
That's correct. We're at the MDA lockup, and we're trying to raise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And you know what's so cool? I just learned just a little while ago that the money that we're raising is actually staying here in Delaware and staying local, and I love
correct.
that.
It's a slow progression. In the particular form I've had, they know it's a protein that's missing, and they're trying to figure out how to turn that protein back on to solve another 40 different types of neuromuscular dystrophy. So, there's a lot of different varieties of situations, but for the most part, they are working on research.
Well, I was dancing for like 7 years prior to that, and so it slowly got worse, and so my mom wanted to get some testing done, and we found out that I was diagnosed.
Yeah, but you got to be excited, because we're raising a lot of money for research, and talking to David, and I guess you keep up with it as much as you possibly can too. There is some strides being made, and they're finding out some things that possibly can get you up out of that chair and back on the dance floor.
Yeah.
It takes people out here giving money to this, and this is an ongoing thing. But if you're not able to get involved with this, you can always give to the MDA, can you not?
Yeah, you can.
No, I mean, you have spinal energy, correct?
Exactly. I feel for people that's in wheelchairs, that's why I like to support, come out and do whatever I can, inspiration to help them.
Yes, we are. And we're here raising money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Now, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to send a group of kids to summer camp. A cabin, I guess you could say, of kids. And we need $3,000. And the only way that we're going to get $3,000 is from you. And we need you to go to www.wdsd.com and go to the Wake Up Crew page and look for the MDA button. Click on there and donate at least $25.
At least $25. That's all we're looking for, right?
Yeah, I do a lot of lockups for the MDA locally, so it's really fun to do.
Yeah. Now, what grade are you in now?
I'm in 9th grade.
Yeah, so you got to be excited. You look like you're doing really well. Yeah, you're very pretty young. Keeping the boys off of you. Yeah, I think someday you're going to be up walking and dancing again, young lady. So yeah, no hope to it. We're going to keep faith. That's the name of the game.
Correct. I believe in most of all the forms they have found the genetic, what's causing it, and so now they're trying to figure it out. And maybe I know one form they're trying to jump over, called exon skipping. They're trying to jump over the chromosome, and my protein's missing, so they're trying to figure out how to turn that on.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think you're motivated enough that you got a lot of fight in you, buddy. I was just talking to you earlier. I could tell you're ready to do whatever it takes.
Yes, that's correct. And I think one of the most important things is having a positive attitude, and I guess also trusting in the good Lord up above.
We talked about that, and it's all in faith. And with the faith that you got, I think you're going to get up and walk again, buddy. I really do.
Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, hopefully one day.
Now, from right here on, because you kind of start losing limb, now it gets to the point, because I want people to really understand. So if you're out there, what a great cause to give to help young men like this and young ladies get up out of these chairs, because now you've got to be concerned with heart, lungs, and that stuff shutting down.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, the major issues as you move in are lung capacity and the heart muscle. I know last December I had pneumonia and I was in pretty bad shape. You know, it was a real big fight to get over that, and that's one of the major complications of that. Whenever you get like a cold or something like that, it can lead right to pneumonia, and then you have to really fight hard to get over that.
Because the immune system falls down and all that. And people, I just want people to understand you're a great ambassador to your cause there. I think you're doing a fantastic job. A lot of money being raised today.
Yes, we're raising a lot of money, and hopefully we'll reach our goal of 100,000.
Yeah, tell everybody out there, all your buddies, hi.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for supporting me and our cause.
All right, welcome down here to Townsend, station number 26, fire department. I've got Tim, and I don't want to get that last name. What's your last name?
O'Shields.
O'Shields. And today, I want people to understand, when you're talking about the fire departments out here in these kind of little areas like this, how much you guys are responsible for and how much money it takes to do it. And that's why you do the things you're doing. This is something you do once a month, a little cookout.
Yeah, it's about fire department does about almost $1 million budget, so we don't get too much money from the state or the government right now. It's doing our cutback, so a lot of things comes from donations. So if we can't do donations, we got to go the other way. So the other way is to do these kind of outings to do sell food and make money for the firehouse to pay for diesel fuel.
Yeah, the fuel, the electric bills, things like that. I was talking, the president's in there today, because this is mainly, you do have some paid employees on staff that run it, but once a certain time hits, it's all volunteer pretty much, and but there's still bills to be paid.
Yeah, the EMS is very busy. The EMS part of the program of what the fire departments do is way triple to the busiest to what we have to do on fireside. Fireside doesn't do half of what the EMS does, so we have to have somebody here, 2 guys to run an ambulance daily because everybody here has a job. Yeah. We have to go out and make a living. We got bills to pay too, so these guys do a lot of work for us. So,
and you guys do a lot of work because I had an opportunity to tour through the fire department and everything, and it's amazing to me what all you have. And I want to tell people another way, because Ladies Auxiliary is very involved with the fire department. Their part of their job is to help raise that money.
The ladies are a huge part of this fire department. That's why we spend a lot of money in that hallway. Those ladies give us big checks in the banquet, and that helps them majorly for fire gear and paying for the fire trucks. We still have 3 fire trucks we pay bills on, an ambulance that we pay bills on. There's a monthly payment that we have to do every year. We still have to pay for the firehouse. So there's a mortgage.
Yeah, and then plus out back, because you're trying to make this firehouse self-sufficient. Because I was going through it. You guys installed the solar panels out back, but it's going to take 5 years before you're going to start reaping the benefits from that. But when it's all said and done, when you built smartly, because you built for expansion. It's already there, so you don't have to worry about it for quite a few years.
Yeah, fortunately, we got that back property back there where we can do a lot of things. Not only will probably do the solar panels, but we'll probably do an area where we can do training for our in-house fire schools. We do work on cars, for mock MVCs and cut cars up and train the new guys. Besides what Delaware State does, we do our own fire schools, so there's a lot of things that can go on back there. But yeah, everything's self-sufficient in this firehouse, which is good for us.
Yeah, and you guys come down to it. I was talking, because the fire, that's one of the things that you can, if you've got an event of any kind that you want to have, they've got a facility that they put in here. If you haven't been by the Townsend Fire Department, to check it out, you need to come by here and check it out. And that's a way for you guys to make money, because not only does the Ladies Auxiliary come in and do the catering, if you want the catering done here, they come in and what a kitchen they've got, absolutely unbelievable. It's open for bar service, and then they've got a soda bar for the kids. So what a facility. They set it up, planned it out well and everything else. So if you got any kind of event at all, you guys house up, I believe, 492 people that you can sit down for dinner in there.
Oh, of course, and anything there, the number's always on that marquee over there. So if anybody's driving by and they need to rent that hall out, call the number and someone will set you up.
Yeah, because I'm telling you what a nice facility that is, and that, remember, and not only does the money, none of the money goes anywhere but right back into the firehouse, because you guys, I was looking at it, and you guys have to come in and clean, because the volunteers have to do that after an event.
Yeah, well, we used to have a couple years ago, we were able to pay a cleaning crew to come out and then they give us a bill, but now, like I said, our funding's short, and we have to do it ourselves now. So now we have crews that do setup, we clean up, after cleanup, we set the hall for the next event. We do everything.
And on top of that, have to be standby when that siren goes off. Because I was looking last year, so you talking about the EMTs out there. They did over 700 calls last year alone, and you know the fire itself, I think it was around 300 something. So.
Yeah, like I said about the EMS, they probably the paid guys do the daytime. After 3 o'clock, 3:30, it's the volunteers. So not only do we have crews that go from 6 to 10, we also have crews that go to 11 to 4. So there's probably about 5 people that are dedicated every day, Saturday and Sunday, that do night crews.
Yeah, and there's a gentleman I don't want to forget, because this Townsend Fire Department's been here for a long time. In fact, the reason it got rebuilt here a few years ago, that heavy snow, the whole back end of this collapsed, and these guys had to work out of a makeshift. They had to crawl through fire trucks, I understand, to get to the where you needed to go and everything.
We tried to salvage a lot, man. We lost a lot too. Luckily, we got the fire trucks out, and then not even minutes after that, the whole roof caved in on it. So we wanted one truck to stay in there so we get a new one, but we need it, so we had to get it out of there. But we got lucky. We really got lucky.
Yeah, and that's what people don't understand, how much money it takes to to replace one of these trucks, the maintenance on these trucks and all that. Yeah, $500,000 just for one truck.
But the rescue truck you see back there right now, that's over $600,000, and we still have to pay money on it. The one behind is paid for because that's a 1988 tanker. But the new trucks that we have to have, and we got to replace this equipment because the old equipment now these days has got to go. The old stuff's got to go. The new stuff's got to come in to keep up with the economy. We got people moving in here. Our district is growing, so we got to keep up with that stuff to protect our community. That's what we're here for.
You guys, because you guys from this area here, I want to understand, you got to assist in Middletown, Smyrna, all the way over to Jersey. I mean, you guys have got a heck of a territory.
Yeah, we got territory that goes from the state of Maryland all the way to the state of Jersey or the waters. So we got a pretty big area. Us and Middletown are pretty big from Newcastle County standpoint. We probably have the biggest areas, I believe.
Yeah, so you definitely want to check it out. But I don't want to forget about, there's a gentleman there, and then the hall is kind of named after him and everything. And he's been 70-something years.
Let me tell you something. That's Clarence Swaka, and he is fire icon. He's Americana for fire departments, and that man has been doing it since the 20s. And he still comes to our meetings. He still goes to the county meetings. He still goes to the chief's meetings when he can, when he's good and feels good. He's one of the greatest men I have ever met, 75 plus years of being in fire service, and I tell you what, he's nothing but history.
In the volunteer fire part of it, and he lives right across the street when them sirens go off. He comes right
down there where you see the flag right there. He's out there cutting the grass right there earlier. Yeah. But I would tell you something, he can still swing a golf club too.
Yeah, all right. Well, Tim, I know you got to get back to cooking, but I just wanted to let people know, if you're looking, to give, the best way to give is stop by here and just buy it's a great cooker too. The best burgers. We had to end up getting a double order there because after we ate the first one, we're like, man, that was awful good. Got chicken, but you guys do this once a month.
He still has to do the TFC burger. So does your camera guy. Once you eat one of them, you'll never go back. We can do it once a month. Every summer we get to do it one time. So
we got one more next month they're going to do. It's just before Halloween. So come by and stop by and tell these guys thanks a lot for your service, because you guys do a lot. People don't realize how much you do, the training you have to put in, and all that, and the nights of non-sleep when the bad storms are out here and everything else. You guys are sitting in this fire hall because hurricanes, whatever the case might be.
Yeah, we do that. Any time we have a kind of bad weather where it involves the entire state, we do crews that are 24 hours around clock. So we have the facilities for our new firehouse now that we can keep crews in here that'll staff at least 2 trucks and 2 ambulances and a rescue boat, and we'll stay all night till it gets done, till they call it clear, and then we can go home.
Yeah, but these guys do an outstanding job. So support your local fire departments, especially down here in the Townsend area, station number 26. Stop by and tell you hi to the guys, buy a burger or whatever, but definitely support it. If you're looking for a hall rental time of an event, check this out. Hi, welcome to Mood Swing, and I'm excited about being here tonight because I've got one of my good friends, Paul, the photographer here, Paul Pruitt. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Yeah,
How you doing?
Good. I'm excited because I bumped into you here a couple weeks ago, and you were telling me about this Deal 302 magazine that you were kicking up, and all of a sudden I see all this commotion taking place. And all, you got a lot going on. Let's talk about Mood Swing tonight. Well, what's going on here?
Yeah, we're having a soft launch party tonight here at Mood Swing, right on Kirkwood Highway, right outside of Wilmington. And 302 Magazine initially is going to be an online-based publication, and we're making more of a sense of awareness right now through viral marketing purposes. And then with the next few months, it's going to push itself into print.
Yeah, when you talk about that, because I see it all over the net. I mean, it's really getting some play. A lot of photographers getting involved with that. It's not just you guys. I mean, anybody. How does people get involved with that?
Well, actually, I control several groups. I can't say control, but I'm part of several groups of photographers that are local. One of our groups has about 300 photographers in it, and we do a lot of community-based things within the photographer community, so it was an easy reach out to pull the resources in, and everybody really is dying for something.
Some way to get it out, you know.
Yeah.
That's what
everybody has content, and they want to be involved in something, you know, more or less a movement, you know, locally.
Well, you've been self-promoting for years. I mean, you've been doing a fantastic job with it, and you know, through your photography and everything. But with this now, and then you go along with that studio you guys have down on Market Street. What a great place that is.
Yeah, and that's actually part of our community as well. We just did a shootout last night. We had, I think it was about 22 models that came out and 17 photographers, and we're just a hub, you know, and we allow photographers to come in and rent the studio out. I'm business partner with a gentleman by the name of Brian Taruno. It's called Studio on Market, right in the Loma section. That's totally revitalized, right in between Extreme Pizza and the Queen Theater, right down there, and that. Nice.
And it's all, and that's kind of turning into art's world down through there. Yeah, if you go down there, so you definitely want to check that out. But if you want to check out, because we're going to show you a lot of it, because I'm telling the guys we're not going to lay a lot of B-roll from what we shoot. I want to steal a lot off your magazine, because the photographers are there. They was out the mud run. They was here. They were there. They were kind of everywhere. Now people, because I know it through Facebook. Is that the way you get into it?
Initially, right now, because it's the soft launch, it's initially on Facebook. If you go to facebook.com/302 magazine, and then in the next 30 days, they'll be rolling out online. And again, from there, it'll be pushing into print. But definitely want to make sure people realize it's not just a all photography-based publication. We have a lot of very involved featured articles that'll be written, and it's pretty much, you know, we're so used to Delaware, kind of like the old school Delaware, being very conservative, very old school, you know, kind of closed up, and we're going to touch the pieces that the local corporate ran publications will never touch.
Yeah, and that's important, you know, because you do that now. I mean, you do. I see a lot of your work, and you do fantastic work, you know. And one of the things you do is a lot of Miss Delaware and stuff. I see all those girls go through you. So when they go into you, you know, you got to be one of the best around. So congratulations on this, and lots of luck with it. Once again, how do you get to it?
Currently, actually, you can go right to 302magazine.com. Right now, it'll forward you to the Facebook page, but in the next 30 days, it'll.
So let's just preach 302.com there, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Paul, lots of luck with it.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.